Welcome back to Analyze This. Now to the other side of the track, we go to the Seminole land, where the Florida State Seminoles have made national news in the offseason once again. The Maxwell Football Club has announced its watch list for the Maxwell Award and the BED-NA-RIK Award. Among the players on the list was FSU quarterback EJ Manuel, safety LAMARCUS JOYNER, cornerback XAVIER RHODES, and defensive end Brandon Jenkins. Out of all the FSU players on the list, the least likely to present a threat on the next level is EJ Manuel. So, with that said, it's the Maxwell selection for Manuel, right? Or should they have went with somebody else like the 6'6", 216-pound wide receiver Rodney Smith?
Wow, you said the least likely to make it on next level.
Well, I mean, when you look at the next level, you look at players that have been on that position, scrambling quarterback, and they really, I mean, only besides Vic, there's really haven't been nobody that's been successful.
But I look at a guy like Cam Newton, who everybody was on, and
do not compare him to Cam Newton, man. Come on.
I'm going to compare.
Come on. Cam was the first round draft pick.
Come on. Hear me out right now.
I want to hear this.
I need to hear this.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm not saying that he's as talented as Cam Newton. I'm just saying the situation is similar to Cam Newton, because Cam Newton, nobody knew who Cam Newton was. All we knew that he was a guy that got kicked out of the University of Florida, went to junior college, and won a championship. And then when he got to Auburn, nobody knew what he could do. They knew that he had some talent, but nobody knew that he was going to do what he would do his senior season. So up until the senior season, he was just a run-of-the-mill player. You know what I'm saying? And the first time I saw him play in that season where he won the Heisman and balled out, he didn't impress me until later on that season, until I really started looking at him. So EJ Manuel is the type of player where, you know, we know he has the physical gifts, we know he has the talent, we know he can do it. It's just a question of will he do it.
And if he can stay healthy.
That's been the biggest.
Go ahead and what you got to say about that?
I say these preseason wars. I agree with him on the part of these preseason wars are ridiculous. They're disingenuous because you never know who's gonna come out of it nowhere. Because like a Cam Newton could come out. I agree with that. But to say EJ Manuel is on that level, I'm need him to be healthy because he has not been healthy for the past 2 seasons. So
and then I went, and to be fair, I went and saw him at the spring game, and he did not have a good day at all. You know, Trickett had a much better afternoon than he did in spring game. And of course, you know, spring game, the defense knows you at that point. Yeah, but he does have to step it up. I'm not gonna say he doesn't have to step it up.
He needs to step it up about 5 minutes.
But we all know he has the physical gifts, and we know that he's capable of doing it.
I mean, he's definitely capable of doing it. But a traditional quarterback in the league, you would look at Trickett and look at him as a more traditional quarterback in the league compared to a EJ Manuel.
Hold on, what's traditional though?
Pocket passing.
Like a Tom Brady or something.
Pocket passing. I mean, when you evaluate people in the league, when the scouts come, they don't look to see how fast you can run and out the pocket. They look if you can stay in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver the ball. Yeah. That's why Blaine Gabbert is taking so much right now, because he cannot stand in the pocket like they thought he would.
And plus, Jacksonville don't have a good offensive line to block for him anyway. So
we're kind of getting off topic though. But how far can EJ Manuel lead the Seminoles this year, Curtis?
How far can he lead them? Is really how will the team lead themselves? Honestly, you can't rely on one player. Yeah, your quarterback, that's your quarterback. You rely on your quarterback. You get good play, but he can't go out there and make tackles. He can't go out there and make interceptions. He can't go out there and force fumbles. Everybody has to come together on that unit, on that team, and in a hood way of saying it is ball out. So ball out, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think, like I said, I think they have a really good team. I'm always high on Florida State. They do disappoint me from time to time, but this year I'm still going to be high on them because I know that they have the talent to, you know, really make some noise.
Well, he definitely haven't lived up to the expectations of being a starting quarterback in a Florida State uniform. But how do you feel? Do you think that he can lead the Seminoles? How far do you think he can lead the Seminoles this year?
I feel like if he stay healthy enough, he possibly could lead them, possibly to the ACC title game where they might lose to might lose to Virginia Tech. No, I'll take that. They will lose.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry. I had to go there, but the ACC isn't that strong this year. Top to bottom, they're not that strong. Strongest team in the ACC is Virginia Tech.
Hold on. The ACC is never really strong top to bottom.
Of course
they're
not.
Never really strong top to bottom. You're talking about a conference with Wake Forest, Duke, Boston College, who is terrible. I mean, they're not a good football conference. You know what I'm saying? The only teams in that conference that really make noise in football, since it is a basketball conference, after all, is Florida State, Clemson, Georgia Tech, when they want to,
Miami
when they won her, and Virginia Tech. So
that's it.
So we know that EJ Manuel does not play defense. He doesn't make any tackles, but the Seminole defense was ranked number 4 last year. Do you think they'll be better this year?
Yeah, I mean, they do lose some key players. They lose Nigel Bradham. You know what I'm saying? He's a beast. I still remember that hit that he made against Miami where he got ejected, and it was a clean hit. Officials get on my nerves, but that's beside the point. But defense. You look at who they got coming back: LaMarcus Joyner, Greg Reed. All these big name guys who we've seen play big time football. I really think this defense will be the bread and butter, keeping Florida State in a lot of games this year, and leading them to some victories. Because your offense is gonna have some bad days. It happens every team. Your offense is gonna be, and sometimes your defense has to step up and save you. So I think Florida State is gonna be one of those teams where their defense is really gonna step up and save them.
Okay, well, they were ranked number 4 last year.
They were.
If they were better, they're gonna be better. They have to be in the top 3. Do you think they'll be better this year?
They need to be better. If Florida State is gonna win, they need to be better. That defense need to be like number 1, number 2, something like that.
Well, we have to stop it right there.